So this mountain and this wall are all unexplorable. And to this day, I have never seen a single person find a way to explore this area. Is it even possible? Let's give it a shot! So this mountain and wall are completely off limits to players. There are barriers everywhere preventing you from being able to get to this area. Now this is located just outside of the Warthog run before the first roundabout. And if you drive to the roundabout, this entire area becomes one giant kill barrier. But past this, there's also a giant gap where the platforms collapsed, and even if you could somehow find a way to launch all the way across, there's a barrier preventing you from getting there. So with all these obstacles, how was I planning on overcoming this? Well, my first idea was to somehow make it up to this mountainside and see if I could get across this gap to the other side. But to do that, I would first have to find a way outside of the map. Now before we get started on this, I knew this was going to be challenging and I would need multiple players. So for that reason, I revived an old friend. Some of you may remember Larry. Well, I ran all of our old videos into an AI, downloaded his consciousness, and got him on Halo for this trick. But also, Alex, we have another guest, my brother. So welcome to the first episode of the Shilt Show with all of the crew members.
I said I'm gonna kiss him.
I know. Alex?
Yeah.
How are you?
Tired.
Wake up. We got tricks to do, buddy.
So for our first step in this, we need to start from the beginning of the mission. The reason is, we need two tools, the gravity hammer and the invincibility. Now, I wasn't sure how exactly I was going to use these, but I knew that they would come in handy.
Dude, if I don't have thick thighs, I ain't living, dude. Must be Arby.
I don't know. I think he might have thinner thighs.
Dude, you're gonna make me insecure. Stop.
You look trim, dude. You look lean. He looks full.
Whoa, what was that? What's happening? Yep. And as always, as with every single one of our tricks that we've ever played, this is on legendary difficulty.
Why?
That's good.
Boys, Ben.
Uh-oh. Wait. Oh, it was actually on legendary? What?
Yes.
Wow.
Bro, I was literally just joking. I didn't either.
No, I got shredded
I was literally
immediately.
just jumping That's so funny. I was just jumping over everybody.
So after picking up the grav hammer, we now need to clear out all the enemies in this area. There's an invincibility at the top of this platform just before you go through the gate. Don't worry, guys. I'm just going to get all the way up to the top like I know how to do. And it ain't going to be no problem. For me.
Ain't no thing for a G.
Okay, well, I failed that jump, but that's fine. You know, that's fine. Sometimes...
Well.
I miss too.
That's most of the shots you take.
Dude, I'm 100 for 100 for shots, dude. Actually.
Never missed one.
I've actually never failed the trick. Larry and I actually...
No, I've never.
We never pushed a pelican on Crow's Nest for 3 hours for absolutely nothing.
Never happened. I was there. Didn't happen.
Yeah, we also did not spend countless hours on Delta Halo. Just, what, 3, 2, 1?
All right, nobody pick up any of my shit here. So now that I had the invincibility and gravity hammer, I needed to die so I could drop these outside of the gate that activates the scene where you fight 343 Guilty Spark. The reason for this is simple. The gravity hammer will completely disappear if you don't do this.
Oh man, that was really hard.
I always want you can only move Johnson by teabagging him. I always wanted to see if you could teabag him off the edge.
This is the show where your dreams come true.
After the 343 Guilty Spark battle, I then proceeded to pick up my invincibility and gravity hammer, which were still there. Now we were finally ready to really, truly start on this trick. He's pretty much silent for the most part.
Oh, if only you'd stay silent.
What the?
Hello? Uh-oh, this isn't good.
Uh-oh. Get his voice box removed while getting his balls cut off, thank you.
Oh my fuck, dude. Of course, as is tradition, early on into this trick, the game froze and we all lost connection. So we had to get this all set up again. But I'm not going to show you that part because...
we have the footage. Kicked out of the game.
Alright guys, got 5 minutes to work out of me. I'm going to bed. Good night.
So after doing all these steps again and playing through the beginning of the mission, we now just needed to make it to the Warthog run for our next step. which is more challenging than you might think with Larry and Alex.
Fireball! Oh, shoot. I definitely did not fall off.
Okay.
Shit, I died, though.
Don't worry, there's one good Halo player in this lobby.
He's not the one who just
me?
spoke for me.
Is it me?
I don't... That was too confusing.
What?
I don't know who he's talking about now. It was not the one who spoke before me.
So it was me. Dude, that's awesome.
There's 2 options there.
That's a nice
There's 2
thing.
options.
Who has 2 options and can't count.
3.
Dude, there's 2 hogs here, guys. We gotta get these hogs out of the map, man.
Dude, I have a name, dude.
Hog?
Papayas.
That's not my name.
Papayas. Papayas.
Okay, guys, we need to get this warthog all the way up there on that wall.
I'm working on it.
Stop! Don't actually kill me. You can kill him. It's fine. Don't give a shit about him.
Ah! 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 This is some cartel shit. You're sick, Alex. You're sick.
Dude,
Ah! No! Damn it. I was trying to like get right on top of you so you couldn't kill me.
Stop! I'm laughing. It's not good. Okay, somebody drive that warthog over here.
I am under. Oh!
Okay, it's over here. We're good.
Good job, Alex.
All right. I think. Okay, we're gonna have to. We have to somehow. Wait, fuck, I don't have a gun for this. Here.
I have a gun. I have a gun.
we saved him.
It's just gonna be. It's just gonna be 20. It's just gonna be 2 hours of betrayals. This is guys. Just so you guys know, this is the first time they've ever been in a video together, and this probably will be the last time.
Is it?
This is the first time ever you two have been in. Well, other than the
crossover, dude.
the 10 years ago.
Yeah.
All right, get the fuck out of the hog. Stop it.
Alex is
You
just getting a little random.
fucking want some, dude? You fucking want some, buddy?
How's it taste?
How's that taste?
Pretty bad.
Okay, I don't know the best way we should go about this. I'm thinking maybe... God, dude.
Really serious. Get mysterious.
I can't stop laughing. I'm sorry. So, for our next part in this, we have to find a way to get the warthog on top of this giant wall. Now, this is the main reason that we needed 3 players to do this, and we needed 3 active players at that. What the fuck? Our plan is to use this warthog to launch across the rocky gap. But before we do that, we need to do this all again because the game once again crashed. Awesome. I'm going to lose it. Now, we do it. So after 25 minutes of wasted time, our actual plan was to nade this warthog to the top of this wall. We're going to nade this.
Cracker nade?
3 nades. Alex, I want you on the inside tire here.
Over here, bud.
Okay, Alex,
you
you throw
might.
it on this inside tire right here. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do
I
this
need
one.
to get recalibrated. Recalibrated. I haven't done
Bungie,
recalibrated.
dude.
All right, I'm going to throw mine there.
Where should I throw mine? Like right there.
Yeah, and then Alex can throw it on the inside.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Okay, I feel like
Nice.
Oh.
okay, I feel like maybe a hammer and a nade will do better. Somebody throw a frag for me.
Guys, I could have caught that.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Glued to the ceiling. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
3,
Yeah.
2, 1.
Listen, dude, I was a pilgrim. I was a colonialist. I sentenced a young boy to death for not paying his taxes.
He deserved it.
3, 2,
Sir.
1.
Shit.
Oh. Don't know where it's going, but I'm shooting it.
We did it, actually. Holy fuck.
Heck.
We were like
That's
levitating
That's
it.
what it was.
Wait. More like me.
All right, get in, gents.
Yeah, I was definitely hitting every shot with that plasma rifle. I don't know what you're talking about.
So now that we have our Warthog outside of the map, we're on to our most challenging part. We now need to find a way to get outside of the map and up to this Warthog. But there is exactly one vulnerability in the elastic barrier. You can actually use the mongoose and a Warthog to push it outside of the elastic barrier just past where the mongoose spawns. To gentlemen... Oh, fuck, that was close. I need one talented gentleman to bash into me with the Warthog.
Okay.
Full speed, straight on. Just hold on, wait, let me get shut up here. So this elastic barrier is where the platform kind of like banana peels, but basically it's curved upwards. And if you line up just around where the middle yellow box is, you can have a Warthog driver bash into your mongoose head on full speed. If you get out at the right time as they're hitting you, you will break past the elastic barrier. Again.
We just kissed.
But this is easier said than done. Again.
We go again.
Another one. Watch out!
Oh, dude, I got scared.
Bam!
Or a little cat.
What the fuck is this guy doing?
Nice shot.
Thank you.
Has to do a full lap around the racetrack.
Calling me banana.
Now, the fact that we're taught that in school, very racist, very racist.
You missed.
It's a petchy dude.
Okay, Larry, drive the damn Warthog.
Yes, sir.
Harder
I
than
am
it
an
looks.
expert at hitting my teammates. Get out of there, Alex. I should have been doing this the whole time. Holy shit. Oh no. I'm too good, dude.
He's going faster.
Gibbity. That was a bad hit. This terrain is tough. Hey, Alex, you some flip over. Watch out. They get a freaking running start down the hill, dude. Unstoppable. Shit. Really throws off the aim. Oh. Terrible.
So after 10 minutes of just failing this over and over, something was not working. And then Larry came up with an idea. Maybe Alex and he were going too fast. What if we tried ramming into the mongoose at a shorter distance?
A little testy.
Yeah, actually that's way better.
Yeah, you're right. Dude, I'm a fork truck driver. I know what I'm doing.
I believe it. I got out too late.
Well, I got it.
Damn, you gotta get out really early.
I push you back way farther when I hit you, like, in between the wheels. Because when I hit you with my wheels, I just run up the wheel.
There we go, we're out. So now that we're out of the map, I needed to orient this mongoose so that the front of it was pointed at the cliff face. My plan was to stick the back seat and then crouch with my foot directly in the middle of the glass panel on the front of the mongoose. Now, one important thing to note is I can't use my invincibility. I need to save that part for later. I don't think activating my invincibility is going to save me. This might be it. Perfect. Let's go. Okay, now we got the journey. Dude, look, you can see the freaking... What even is that? Is that from the previous section that they're still shooting?
What are you talking about?
Look over here.
Where the hell are
There's
they?
sentinels shooting in the fog. They stopped shooting. Why'd they stop shooting?
What got them? What's got them, Sam? Wait, no. Go to your left a little bit. Go to your left. All right, this was one. This is for the Fallout there.
Nice.
Get
Larry,
down.
look over here. You can see sentinels flying around. They were shooting earlier. Like, look behind you. There's these little blue dots.
Uh-huh.
If you look against the wall, and then to the right, and then towards the bottom. Left. Look left.
You're smoking crack, dude.
You see those little blue dots? They're flying around?
Nope.
Alright. You know what? You guys aren't gonna fucking do this to me right now.
I don't see it.
He's delusional.
Okay, we need to find a way up this cliff. And I think that involves seeing where it actually is. So now that we're up on this cliffside, we need to find a way to navigate all the way to our Warthog, which is on the gray platform Forerunner structure. Here we go. I found a way around.
Excuse me, Skalix. Galix.
Galix. So we continued following the top of this cliff face all the way until the end where it just kind of disappears. But right before this, we saw a crack. Now, there really wasn't any other better place that we could think to go down. But I wasn't even sure if we could survive this fall.
Hello.
Hi. Okay. Now we gotta get down here.
Down, burn, freak fire.
Round in my hover around.
I'm alive. I don't know if you can make that though.
Huh?
I said I'm alive, but I don't know if you can make it. Oh. So now that we were down to this cliffside and the Warthog was safe and sound, we were on to our final part of this trick. Now the map barrier ceiling when you're actually in the map is kind of low. So for this reason, my plan was to get this Warthog up to this flat, snowy part of one mountain, flip it upside down, and then use it to launch across to the other mountain. Now for this entire launch, I would have to stay above the map barrier. If I go too low, I will get sucked back in. But now, we need to actually get this Warthog to that snowy part of the cliff. I lined the Warthog up behind the furthest rung on the platform, and then threw a grenade underneath it. If you want to help me shoot it with your carbine.
My what? Carbiner. Nice skibidi, dude. It just fell down, dude. You ruined the whole trick, dude. Good job, dude. Oh, that
Did it?
fell down.
Did it actually?
Yeah.
It took quite a while to get back to this point, but I was ready for redemption on this Warthog launch to the top of this cliff.
Boom.
Can I die too?
Yep. I was able to successfully get this Warthog onto this cliff. It wasn't moving, and it wasn't that close to slipping off the edge.
Going faster.
We were finally ready to go get this set up and launch to this area. Don't be a fucking
Oh no.
Or so I thought.
What were we gonna say?
It took another 20 minutes to get back here, but now it was finally time to pull this off.
Hey, you made it up.
At long last, we had this Warthog up here, and I was finally ready to get it in position on this flat, snowy bank. I have no idea where we're at.
The new joint agency, the IRSCIA.
Alright, get out, Larry.
I cannot wait for my food to arrive. I'm very hungry.
Does that look good to get to this mountain?
That looks pretty mountainy. Dude, look, it's like a runway, dude. We were meant to land on that.
I know. Okay. So now, before I do this, I need somebody to go back to the Warthog and then drive forward.
Alright, I'll go do it. Probably to check.
I'm thinking go to the roundabout for the checkpoint, and then if I get over there, I actually might be able to live. But I'll only have about 30 seconds, 10 seconds, 20 seconds to get there.
So just go as fast as I can.
Yeah, just go to the roundabout to get that checkpoint. So remember earlier when I said that activating the roundabout checkpoint makes the previous section a death barrier? Well, it was either I got this checkpoint and saw if I could do this, but I had a suspicion that me being out of the map would mean that the same properties that are normally applied to players are not in this situation. So me being out of the map would hypothetically mean that I wouldn't be subject to the normal death timer. But even past this, my plan was to get there before the death timer got to me. If I launched immediately after getting the checkpoint, I figured I wouldn't die until I hit the mountain.
Get it!
What the fuck? I'm dying immediately.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Yeah, before... You're flying. What's going on?
So, yeah, we had a problem. I couldn't even move one singular step without dying, but I was still determined to see if I could maybe live even one single time. I'm alive if I'm on a hog. Apparently, when you're in this part of the mission, you just pretty much die everywhere.
Oh. Turns everything into a freaking guild barrier, dude.
So yeah, this was not good. Although we were one step away from completing this trick, we had just taken about 50 steps back. Well, actually 0 steps back because we can't move. But I had one last Hail Mary play. I was going to try to swing my hammer at different positions on the Warthog, and I figured maybe if I could just live one time, I could then replicate it.
How are operations going? Interesting.
I lived again. So on a previous attempt, I lived for just a couple of seconds in the air. But on this attempt, I lived all the way until the mountain. Well, pretty much. So this immediately went from, oh, we just wasted another couple hours on a video that will never see the light of day, to me being able to have a legitimate shot at pulling this off. Even though the attempts I lived are very few and far between, I was determined to keep trying this. Made it really high. Really far. Look at how high I am, dude. If I could just go fucking straight.
Fire, bro. Oh my gosh.
The thing is, you suck.
Wow, Alex. I never thought of it that way before, dude.
You guys are
You
really
never
mean.
thought before in your life.
What new and interesting perspective do you have, Alex?
So even though Alex's words were harsh, they were true. I was sucking. And this didn't look like it was going to happen because of that death barrier timer. Because I instructed Larry to go forward and get that roundabout checkpoint, I don't even think I could land this. So now I was on to my final plan. I was going to have my brother, Larry, and I all die 5 times in a row to revert back one checkpoint. Then instead of getting that roundabout checkpoint, we would have exactly one shot to pull this off. If I hit it, amazing. But if I didn't, I couldn't subject either of these guys to even more hours of doing this trick. Dude, I honestly feel like this would be easier without a checkpoint. We'll give it one try across. If we don't make it, I'll just fucking... Censored expletive.
Where am I?
It took us 20 minutes to get back to the Warthog again, but all we needed to do was get it set up once more, and then it was do or die. Do not let that slide off.
That Larry. Oh, where's he?
Stop.
Oh,
I want you to be
scared,
up here and save my damn Warthog if it goes fucking kerchow.
Oh, well,
Larry,
that
Larry,
sounds
Larry,
scaring
Larry.
me, bud.
Yeah, well, remember that one time we had that one shot on the same mission to make us the same exact type of Warthog launch, and we did it? It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I
you
did
got one shot, one opportunity. Hi.
See what you want with the Steam Deck?
Oh, shit.
Kind of sucks.
I don't know, that looks kind of lined up.
Oh, I made it! Holy fuck!
Let's go, dude. I swear, that was lined up in the middle of the mountain as you were flying. That was awesome.
Dude,
Bro.
It's lagging so fucking bad.
Yeah, well, at least we made it. And if it crashes again, it's fine. So we did it.
Come over here.
High five, Alex!
Come over
Right
here.
there. High five.
High five, dude.
Come
High
over
five,
here.
dude.
No high fiving.
Aww.
All right, we're the best, Sam. Larry didn't help at all, so that's a wrap. Goodbye.
Alex,
Hey.
you stood there the entire time.
Autistic man.
You
tried
guys
to
are
make some joke.
so
Sounds
bad
level
at this.
impossible.
We're not good at synchronizing.
Dude, stop fucking lagging so I can get some damn good footage of this.
The lag sucks, but we made it to the top end. Ignore the lag, ignore the frames.
Ignore the terrible lag because MCC is never going to be optimized, will never be optimized for online play. So I had a suspicion. Larry and I were right next to each other, but my brother was hundreds of feet away. So I instructed him to die so he could spawn on us. And what do you know? This seemed to have fixed the issues.
Bye.
Alex,
It
can you
was
come over
cool.
here? I
Maybe
think
we
you
would.
being too far away is making us lag as well.
Hey, come here, buddy. Let's hold hands. I want to go play. I want to go play in the courtyard.
Yeah, that's what was making us lag, is Alex just AFKing.
I'm here. I'm just not doing anything.
Alex, you stand at the top of this hill and AFK, please. Larry and I are going to go take a
Tell me
hike.
twice. Don't tell me twice.
Take a little nap, buddy.
The second I start walking away from him.
See, you left me behind, and now you're suffering.
This is pretty sick, though.
This is really cool. What the hell is this? Is this a real structure?
Yeah. I wonder. Oh,
Nice.
this is too.
What?
Stand on my head. Stand on my...
Is this?
I was so scared for you.
Oh, it's lagging.
Dude,
What's the
can I
guys? I'm
freaking...
fixing
I could edge ghost off of this, dude. If I could get to this, I could do a
Oh,
sick
nice.
fucking edge ghost. But I can't.
What's the
Can I make it all the way to here? The lag help me,
Oh.
the lag help me, the
This
lag
is
help me.
solid. I'm at Challenge Van Hill. Hill.
Alex, actually come over to this wall. I think you being too far away is just fucking this
You're
whole thing.
violating our contract. I only have to work the first 20 minutes, and then I can do whatever I want on it. This connection is poop. This connection is poop.
Dude, I can make it all the way to the end of this, but you pretty much have to have a grav hammer.
I'm trying to get there. I fell off. Why would I do that when I want to look at it?
What's that?
I just want to look at it, dude. Alex, I need you to save me. Thanks. Larry, where are you at, dude?
Dude, I'm in a cave. Help. Where are you at?
Whoa, there's another fucking lip here, dude. Look, I'm hiding.
What? I'll give
I'm-
you a fat lip, buddy.
I'm hiding. Look at
Like
me.
that?
I'm hiding. Oh, there's another like little steppy thing here.
Wonderful. I will not do that. I will not do it.
Uh-oh.
Big brain. Big brain. Spaghetti. Stop touching me. Stop touching me with your dirty flanker hands. AI.
look,
AI. AI.
Don't
That's
touch
the AI
me.
algorithm name, dude.
Aimbot. Use the aimbot.
Don't-
Oh shit! I fell on the wrong side of this. Oh, wait, you're down. So you got another level?
Yes, there's many levels, many mountains, cash money.
Why did they
Cash
design this so
happening.
much? I would have just left this blank.
Why they design this so much? Big brain
Some flanker
words
design.
from Big Brain Halo Beat.
This is really well Clanker designed.
What do you mean, you people? They are not people. They are clankers.
Yeah, you subhuman garbage.
Yeah.
Subhuman, not even
Man.
human, not even subhuman. He is subcomputer trash.
Hey. Hey. I may be just a tech demo, dude, but I still have value. Okay.
All you are is ones and zeros and old lead. I don't want to hear it.
Very small capacitor.
Very small, not big, not small, or not. Oh, I'm dead. Goodbye.
You are dead, skeleton.
I know,
Larry, don't
I
die! We all
wondered-
died.
We
Oh,
all
I
died.
didn't know you were dead. I didn't know you were dead, Sam. Oh, that was
Clanker
fun.
strikes again.
Yeah, that was good.
Nothing has ever changed.
I mean,